Is this the one fragrance to rule them all? Tuxedo from Yves Saint Lauren was released in 2015 and has received a decade's worth of hype. But is the hype justified? Let's find out. Ever since I started this channel in 2017, I have not stopped hearing how good Tuxedo is. It has received an incredible amount of hype and it does not seem to die down. Over the years, I think maybe the hype has just got more and more. For whatever reason, for a long time, I didn't smell Tuxedo. And then recently, I was in a store and there it was right in front of me. So I thought, let's see what a decade's worth of hype smells like. I nearly bought it there and then, but there was just something in my mind that just said, no, don't buy into the hype. Don't be a sheep. So I didn't purchase it. And it's a good job I didn't, because about a week later, Yves Saint Lauren got in touch and said, can we send you a bottle of Tuxedo? It's like the gods were just looking down on me. So here it is. It's part of their Le Vestiaire de Parfums line, which is Yves Saint Laurent's sort of prestige private line. They wanted to send this out to me because it has been rebranded slightly. It's still in the Le Vestiaire de Parfum line. It's still called Tuxedo, but now it's called Tuxedo Sharp Patchouli. Maybe because when you're dressed in a tux wearing this fragrance, you're looking and smelling sharp. So I'm a lucky boy, and I think you already know how I feel about this if I almost purchased it, but let's have a little spray. Let me spray it here and just talk you through exactly what Tuxedo smells like if you haven't smelled it already. The notes are violet leaf, coriander, bergamot, rose, black pepper, lily of the valley, patchouli, bourbon vanilla, and ambergris. There's definitely a little bit of magic going on in this scent. The notes on their own on paper don't look like anything that you would get excited about, but all together, used in the proportions that they are, something good has been created here. It actually reminds me a little bit of Dior Fahrenheit Parfum. So it's got a little bit of the violet leaf, gasoline-y type smell that the original Fahrenheit had, but that adds some vanilla and rounds things out. So I get a little bit of that from it. That fragrance does have some rum in it, so it's a little bit boozy, and I do get a little bit of booziness from this, even though there isn't any booze listed. It does have a smooth, boozy quality. One of the things I think I enjoy most about it though is the vanilla, how the vanilla's done in here, because it seems like it's this very natural, creamy, not fake vanilla like you get in some kind of sweet vanilla fragrances. This smells like real, proper, natural vanilla. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the notes too much anymore because they just work together. They all blend together perfectly to create Tuxedo. I would describe it as sophisticated, sexy, sensual, confidence inspiring, it's empowering, it's a statement maker, it's a head turner. All the great things we say about all the best fragrances, I feel Tuxedo has them. But I think if we're really going to dive into this question of is a decade's worth of hype justified, let's not just have my opinion. I'm going to go out there, try and get a few opinions on this just to try to gauge whether the hype is real. YSL Tuxedo, it's had a decade's worth of hype. Do you think it's worth the hype?
This smells really good. It's familiar, yet still not like anything else that I've tried. It does smell expensive. If somebody was wearing this and they walked past me, I'd want to know what they were wearing.
Is it sexy?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Out of 10, what would you rate it for a guy to wear?
8 out of 10.
First impressions. Are you ready? I quite like that. I quite like that. I might even wear that myself. It's very alluring. I would definitely buy this for my other half.
Would you?
I
It's
would.
had a decade's worth of hype, this fragrance. Is it
Really?
Is it justified?
I think it's justified. Justified.
out of 10, what would you rate it?
I'll give it a strong 8.9. I really like that.
Is the hype justified?
No, I don't think it is. I think it smells good, and it smells like a good, sophisticated vanilla. But if I wanted to smell like this type of DNA, I'd go to somewhere like Grand Soir. But if I was to smell this on another person, it's good.
All right, just let's cut to the chase. Is it a sexy fragrance?
Not to me.
Okay.
I think it smells boring.
Rate it out of 10 for me.
6.
I'm feeling it. That's for definite.
Yeah,
that's
bit of you?
definitely yeah, that's definitely something I would wear. It's really fruity, and I like a citrusy smell. Sometimes I like a woody, sort of oody smell, but an everyday sort of scent for me. Yeah, that's lovely. That's perfect.
Do you think it's a sexy, masculine fragrance?
I'll say so. You're going to get noticed wearing that, that's for sure.
I think the hype is justified.
I would say so, yeah. That smells like nothing I've smelled before. There's a sort of hint of woodiness to it, but I like that fresh citrusy smell.
If you were to rate it out of 10, what would you give it?
Let's give it another sniff. I'll give it a solid 9.
9, that's
Solid
a good
9.
rating. Yeah. So it could be a good signature scent for you.
Oh, 100%. Nice daily scent, I would say.
Yeah.
Nice
perfect.
daily one.
Jimmy, tell me, is it worth the hype?
It is worth the hype. I would give it a straight 10 out of 10. It's sophisticated, it's spicy, it's bourbon vanilla. It's beautiful. It literally is the name, tuxedo. You should wear a tuxedo, then wear this.
My first impression is I smell leather. I don't know if leather is there. A little bit fruity. It would be like the perfect Christmas gift for your man. Or yeah.
Would you like to smell this on a man?
Yes, I would love to smell it on a man. Sexy, masculine.
It gets a lot of hype for 10 years. Is it worth the hype?
Oh, absolutely. It is worth the hype.
You have never smelt tuxedo before. Raw
Never.
first impressions, what are we thinking?
Honestly, I'm surprised at 10 out of 10. It's very fruity, very fresh, but at the same time a little bit intense, but it's the right balance, literally. I love it. 10 out of 10 for me.
Is it a sexy, masculine fragrance?
Yes, that's the right term. Literally sexy masculine, that's what I would say.
With just the right amount of sophistication as well, I think.
Just the right amount, not too much, not too less, literally just a right. I'm actually shocked. This is good, very good, honestly.
Let's have a sniff, what do we think?
Very elegant,
For a guy.
very suave. For anyone, I would wear this, Chris. I love this one.
What will you give it out of 10?
8 out of 10. That's high for me.
Worth the hype?
That's high for me. Worth the hype, yeah.
As you just saw from the people that I asked, the overwhelming majority of them really enjoyed the fragrance. Not all of them, but we can't expect everybody to like the exact same fragrance. I don't think there's a fragrance on the face of the earth that absolutely everyone on the earth loves. But most of them did seem to really enjoy it. And I know that the few people that I asked aren't representative of everybody on the planet, but it was the best I could do, and it gives us some idea of what people generally feel about this fragrance. Something quite interesting kept cropping up. People smelled this, and there were some people who smelled it who didn't go on camera, and quite a few people said that it smelled familiar. Maybe it reminded them of other things. They didn't think it was so unique. But then those other things that it reminded them of, they were fragrances that came out after Tuxedo. This was 2015, and fragrances have since come out that smelled very similar to this, but much later. For example, there's a Goldfield and Banks called Purple Suede that came out after this fragrance, but it does smell very similar. I'm not saying it's a copy. There are only so many fragrance styles and categories, so there's bound to be some crossover at some point, but there are fragrances now on the market that this does smell similar to. Let's talk a bit about the performance and the price, all that sort of thing. So performance-wise, I found this to be excellent. I found that it projected. It's not a room filler. It's not one of those fragrances that enters the room before you do. It's not obnoxious, but it's still pretty strong, and I felt like I was getting a decent projection. Same with longevity. This for me lasted all day, no problem. I do spray on clothes as well, so I think that helps with the longevity of a fragrance, but I got all day, probably 8-9 hours easy, and projection was pretty decent. I might be getting swayed by the name here, but I do think that YSL got it right with this, because I think tuxedo is perfect for just that, for dressing up in a tuxedo, or if it's not a tuxedo, something smart, something formal, something classy, something sophisticated, an event, that sort of thing. That's not to say that you only have to wear it for formal occasions or events. I wore this during the day. I've worn it through several days now, casually, and it works just as well as a casual daytime scent as I think it does as an evening or formal occasion event scent. I think that's a good thing. If it has the versatility to be a signature scent or a daytime scent or a formal occasion evening scent, autumnal fragrance, that's great, because you kind of get in good value for money. It's not one of those fragrances that you're going to spend £300 on and it sits on your shelf and gets used once or twice a year for those special occasions. This is one that could easily become a dumb reach. Like I said, easily a signature scent. You can choose to wear this whenever you like. So if you spent the money on this, I think you would get decent value from it, certainly in terms of how often you could wear it. All right, so let's talk about that price. This 125 ml bottle is retailing, full retail, £295. 300 quid for a designer fragrance. That's not cheap, but it's still not as expensive as some other fragrances. I know it's technically a designer fragrance, but I feel like it's in this private line, so it's probably similar and being aimed at the sort of people that would buy niche fragrances. So it's one of those designer fragrances in a Privee line that's sort of more niche, I guess, than designer, even though technically it's still designer. So if you do think of this as a niche fragrance, £300 for 125 ml, there's certainly a lot of niche fragrances that cost a lot more than that. But there are niche fragrances that cost a lot less than this. For example, the Gaultier fragrance that I mentioned, Purple Suede, if you wanted to pick that one up and you felt like it was similar enough, or you enjoyed it just as much, if not more, then that's about £100 cheaper than this. I did smell the Gaultier but I've not worn it, so I can't comment on how it performs or how long it lasts, that sort of thing. But in terms of the scent profile itself, it's very similar. This is the sort of fragrance you've got to think very carefully about buying it at this price point. If it's something that you absolutely fall head over heels in love with and you really enjoy it, then save up, treat yourself, maybe ask for it for a gift, for a birthday, Christmas, something like that. If it's a fragrance that you absolutely resonate with and it is a piece of you, let it be that. Let it become a piece of you and treat yourself and wear the fragrance. But you do have to really love it to spend that much money on a fragrance. If it's something that you're not quite sure about, you're umming and ahhing a little bit, maybe you're thinking, am I just buying it because of the hype? Then it's probably not the best decision to spend that kind of money on. Is it worth the hype? Is a decade's worth of hype justified when it comes to Yves Saint Laurent's Tuxedo? My opinion on that is yes. I do think the hype is justified because it's just an incredible fragrance. Masculine perfumery, I don't think gets much better than this. It's classy, it's sophisticated, it's sexy, it's got decent performance, it's pretty versatile as to when you can wear it. So for all those reasons, I think the hype is justified. Fragrances will only get consistently hyped for that length of time if the fragrance is good. Sometimes maybe someone goes on a social media account and tells you how much they love a fragrance, so that gets a little bit of hype, but then that maybe dies down a little bit. I think with this, that's not what's happening. This is just based on how good the fragrance is and the fact that so many people really enjoy it. So yes, I think the hype is justified. What do you think? Have you smelled Yves Saint Laurent's Tuxedo? Do you really enjoy it? Do you think a decade's worth of hype is justified? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.